Practice problem C from lesson 71 states that if the original square in example 3 were dilated 150%, then by what percent would the perimeter increase and by what percent would the area increase? So I've already drawn the original square from example 3, and as you can see, it's 4, 4, negative 4, 4, negative 4, negative 4, and 4, negative 4. So that gives us 8 units here and 8 units here. And they want us to increase this by 150%. So we're going to do a little bit of calculation. We're going to say, well, we have 8 units and we want to increase that by 150%. Another way of writing 150% is 1.5, which that's the scale factor. And when you do 8 times 1.5, you get 12. So our new dimensions are that it's going to be 12 on each side, so of the y-axis and the x-axis. So currently we are at 4 on this side, so we need to move it 2. So 1, 2. And then we're going to do the same going up, 1, 2. So our new one is going to be, don't you just love how that snaps straight? I certainly do. So we have our new square, and they want to know what the perimeter would increase by. So our original perimeter is here, it's 8, and our new perimeter is 12. Well, the perimeter is not that, the sides are that, so the perimeters will be this. The perimeter of the square is 8 times 4, which is 32, and then the perimeter of the big square would be 4 times 12, which is 48. So we're going to compare the two of these. So we're going to do 48 divided by 32. We're going to get 1.5, which is good because that's right here. That was our scale factor, and that's what we want. So what we're going to talk about now is how this affects the perimeter. And the perimeter difference is 1.5 or 150%. So since we did 150%, that is the total distance of the total perimeter of the big triangle. It's this. Now, we don't want that, and we don't want that 150 because that 150 includes, so we don't want this little square involved. And this little square is represented by 100%. Okay, so what the whole entire big one, this big one is comprised of, it's comprised of the little plus the extras. Okay, and that 100% is this part. And then they're not interested in that part. They want to know what the extras are because they already know there's 100% in here. See, right here, how it lines up with this and this. They want to know what this is plus this is. And then we do that on all 4 corners. Okay, and since we do that on all 4 corners, they want us to subtract this 100%. So we're going to go ahead and do that. It's minus 100%. And we're left with 50%. Now the next part of the problem says, and by what percent would the area increase? So let's go ahead and figure out what the area is for the smaller square. The area would be 8 times 8, which is 64. The area of the bigger square would be 12 times 12. and that is 144. So we're going to go ahead and set these up as a ratio, and we're going to put the area of the big square, which is 144, over the area of the little square. So I have 144 over 64. Now 144 over 64 is 2.25. So that's saying that the area of this plus the area of this totals the 225% or 2.25. Now with that, we're going to figure out, like we did with the perimeter, we're going to figure out this extra little space that we're going to put in right here. They want to know what the area of this space is. Okay, so they want to know what this purple area is in the whole thing, not the parts that I missed. But they do want to know that whole area, and they want to know the percentage of that part. So the whole big square, so the whole like salmon colored square, the area of this we found is 144. This was 64. We compared them to each other, so 144 divided by 64, we got 225. But they want us to remove this part. And because this is the original, this part in here is 100%. We're going to take our 225%, which we got from right here. Although it's a decimal here, we can convert that easily to a percent, and it's 225%. We're going to subtract the 100% that we got from right here, because again, they're only interested in this part right here. And we do 225 minus 100, and we end up with 125%. And that is your answer for the part of the area.